Hey, do the intro. I want you to do it.
Intro. Monkey Brain coming at you live.
Number 2,
Number
episode 2.
two, 002. Bond, James Bond. Yeah.
A lot of stuff's happened since the last one. I remember in the last episode, you told me how I should stop hyping up these guys that Izzy fights. Was that it? Something like that.
Something like
And
that. Yeah.
this past Saturday, there was a big card that we were looking forward to, and it was headlined by Israel Adesanya and Jan Blachowicz or whatever the fuck, light heavyweight. Izzy moving up to light heavyweight, and it went to decision. It was probably 3 rounds of 2. It was pretty close. It wasn't. He didn't get destroyed, but that Jan definitely had 20 pounds on Izzy.
Yeah, Izzy was definitely fighting out of his class. You can tell.
Yeah, I mean, he was like already doing crazy shit at middleweight. It's like he bit off a little bit too much.
Yeah, just stay
You know what I
there.
mean?
There's no reason to. And I guess that's just part
It's
of
a
why
little
we like
sad, but
Izzy, though.
it's also like kind of cool. Like I know how he's gonna view that in his head as like a loss. Like he'll take it better than anyone, you know. Like he's gonna be so much better next time out. It's like
Right.
sometimes it's good, like on the way, like for these superstars to take a L. Sometimes, you know, like because then they can like you don't have to be undefeated. You don't have to be Khabib.
But
Khabib's
there
got a
are
different
people
mindset.
that
Khabib's
are
built
undefeated.
differently. Khabib's built differently.
Yeah, but that's who he's competing with. He's competing with the best UFC fighters.
Yeah, he's trying to be the best, you know.
Yeah. So this L is gonna hurt him, but I hope you're right about him taking it differently.
Yeah, I mean, he likes anime.
Assume other people.
He likes anime.
What the fuck? That's funny.
He knows
Believe
about
it.
L. You gotta move with I feel like the L's define the protagonist, you know. So you gotta move. So, but other than that fight, it was a good fight. It was very technical. Like it was great. It wasn't they were throwing hands too. You could tell Jan was a little bit like he instantly like became respectful of Izzy in the striking, which was good. Like I thought Izzy may have had the better of him mostly in the striking, which makes sense. But once Jan got those takedowns in the third, fourth, and fifth, he sealed the deal.
Right.
But other than that fight, my favorite fight of the night was probably Amanda Nunes versus Megan Anderson. And I would say Megan's probably been like she looked like a very good opponent, you know, she had a good build, very tall. But Amanda Nunes just like made her look like a baby giraffe. I used that term earlier when I was talking about it.
Yeah, Amanda's just fierce. Like you could see it the way she walks.
Yeah,
like
she
not
she
to
has
be
a certain
toyed with.
intensity and seriousness to her.
Yeah.
To where like she's very kind. She's very nice, but like
Not in
when
that
you see her face
octagon.
in the octagon, like
fuck all that. No, that's out the window.
yeah, she's
like I'm sure
definitely
Khabib's
the goat.
fine outside of the octagon.
No, Khabib's
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, facts.
Fine, but
Yeah,
like
they're
in
great.
the octagon, they're nothing to fuck with.
They turn it on.
I like that. I like Amanda Nunes. That was my first fight watching her, and that was good.
I'm glad that it was the co-main.
Mm-hmm.
And a big controversial thing that happened. Aljamain Sterling and Piotr Jan. I think they're bantamweights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Piotr Jan was winning the fight. Most people would say, although like Aljamain had some success, but it was looking like Piotr was gonna take it, and like it was like the fourth round, maybe or the third, and like while Aljamain was on his knee, Piotr just like kneed him in the face, which is illegal. If a fighter's down, you can't like kick him or use your leg. And he was It was a fucking crazy knee. It was a strong knee.
I bet.
Who knows? And like he didn't want to continue after. It makes sense. He looked out of sorts. Some people like, I mean, obviously there's gonna be people like, oh, he was acting, but that was a serious knee. He just got domed. Because like you have no defense. Like he wasn't defending the knee because he was on the ground. But it was a good night. Honestly, the Amanda fight and like all the prelim fights were the highlight of the night. for me. That was it was good though. Not what I expected in a lot of ways, but fun night.
Yeah, it was a good night of fights. Good card.
Other sports things that happened. All-Star game happened,
Oh,
which was all the All-Star festivities happened in one day. Which when I heard about it, that sounded kind of good. Yeah, so they did like the skills challenge, then they did the 3-point contest, then the All-Star game happened, and the dunk contest was at halftime. Which sounds kind of good, right?
That does sound good.
But the dunk contest the dunk contest was kind of short.
It sounds
and then the
rushed.
people, it was rushed for sure.
Right.
Oh, also the dunk contest participants, like they were a bunch of young guys who I didn't really, I've heard of them, but like they're not really stars.
Zion was in that bit, huh?
No, he was not.
Whatever.
He was not.
What about
that would have made it. No one. It was like Cassius Stanley, Obi Toppin, not Zach.
Aaron?
No one that you know, honestly. Like,
Why?
you probably never heard of them. That's what I'm saying. No, it's because the players, no one wants to do it, especially since it was like, if none of the All Stars were gonna do it because they're playing in the game and it's at halftime.
Was Dwayne Wade a judge? At least? No. Okay, he couldn't cheat for nobody.
So yeah, the dunk contest was fucking Cassius Stanley, Anthony Simmons, and Obi Toppin.
I don't know that. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I think Anthony Simmons won, and the All-Star game, it was pretty good. There were some cool moments. Zion missed a few dunks, so that was kind of sad.
Damn, flop.
So yeah, I think Steph Curry won the 3-point.
The 3-point.
Oh,
yeah, that's all I saw.
Oh, one good thing about the All-Star game, like by like the third or like the second quarter, Giannis had like 30 something points. He did not miss any shots, and he made like 3 3-pointers.
Damn.
Yeah, he was like 13 for 13 or some shit. So that was kind of cool, honestly.
He heard you saying that the Bucks might not be making it in the last podcast. He was like, "Let me show that nigga. I'm the GOAT."
Yeah, if he could do that, they're making it. Like if he makes 3, they're making it. Oh, but yeah, one thing I wanted to note about the dunk contest. One of the dunks that someone did, which I thought was really good, it got like a 48 maybe out of 50, 47, like pretty high.
Right.
But it was the same dunk that Zach LaVine did in a pregame before.
In a pregame?
In a fucking pregame.
That's why I want to see Zach. He should be in it every single year. And Aaron Gordon.
They should be the dunk contest every year. And Zion.
Yeah, Zion. Shit, throw Blake Griffin back in there.
No, he's too old.
Yeah, but he's a vet. He a vet. Let him just do it.
He lost a step.
Get D Rose. I don't know. Who else he used to dunk? We get Nate Robinson.
LeBron's never done. Chill with that. LeBron's never done a dunk contest. What's up with that?
Should too. Yeah, he should.
Jordan did it.
Kobe did it. Shit.
Did Kobe do it?
Yeah. Didn't he win it?
I don't remember.
I feel like that's facts. And it's going to be facts because I'm not looking it up. Is it Kobe the hyper dunk guy anyway?
Hyper dunk?
Yeah. The shoes?
I don't know. I'm not a shoe.
You're not a shoe connoisseur.
All right. So I definitely want to get into one of the spiciest topics that we discussed for quite a long time yesterday. And it's the Bethesda. Well, not just Bethesda, but Microsoft has purchased a lot of game studios, right? And one of those was Bethesda.
They purchased Bethesda. That's what matters.
And we were talking about whether or not like certain games will be like still be on the PS5. And I was pretty adamant about the fact that I don't know about any other games, but Skyrim and Fallout will definitely be on the PS5. What do you think?
I think they're gonna hold. Okay, listen. these are the same motherfuckers who literally tried to double the price of their Xbox Live a month ago. Okay, so I'm gonna think of them as like scheming, fucking bigwig guys. They're probably gonna see what they can do with just keeping everything exclusive. Everything. If that doesn't work, you open it. You know, just like Titanfall did. Titanfall 1 was just on one console. Open it up to Titanfall 2 is on multiple, you know? Like they probably just gonna like test the waters, but I think that holding Bethesda games behind a gate can sell more consoles. 100%. 100%. Especially with the mod community. Especially with the mod community. Because it's going to be on PC too. Can't forget that. You know?
For sure.
So,
but just my thought process was that, like, let's say, I don't know how many copies of Skyrim sold. That's just a good example because I think that sold a fuck ton. 50 million. Jesus Christ.
Right.
Okay. Let's just say that Elder Scrolls 6 could sell 50 million. That's what they projected to sell.
Huh.
But a lot of those, how many of that 50 million is going to be a PS4 or PS5 user? Like, I don't know if it'll be on the PS4. But let's say everyone has the PS5 now. Like, it's become like the common console. It's become the PS4, you know?
The current gen, right.
Yeah. I don't think, like, I feel like they would make more money by selling that same amount of copies rather than cutting it in half.
Definitely.
Then rather than taking the gamble to sell the more consoles. Maybe that's like altruistic of me and like just wanting people to be good and wanting like, yeah, do what's right for the community, also make you money, but who knows? Like that might not be the case. It might be like more people would buy. Like there's some math there with how much a console is and how much a game is. It's not 1-to-1. So one console being like bought for just this game would be like huge.
Where else can you play God of War or Spider-Man other than PlayStation? Go ahead. I'll wait. Because that's what I'm saying. Exclusive.
But God of War. See, I don't know why the Spider-Man
PlayStation type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So like,
that's true.
They need exclusive. I'm not buying Forza.
What are other? I mean, Halo is one of the biggest games ever. Yeah. So,
like Sea of Thieves, like I hear Sea of Thieves is better than it used to be, but like, who's really playing that? Like that's one of their other like exclusives. It's like
important exclusives matter because it's like you need a game that people are gonna buy regardless. Like
Last of Us. Go ahead.
Last of Us.
Like PlayStation has their exclusives. It's just like I think Xbox needs to catch up, and this would be it.
It's like PlayStation seems very like narrative driven on their exclusives, while Xbox is like kind of.
Oh yeah, definitely. But it's all like theatric and shit. All their like cutscenes and cinematics are all like movie style.
But they also have an advantage to their exclusives is that their PC players can play them as well.
Right. And I think that's enough. You said that you would be splitting it in half with like PS5 or PlayStation and Xbox. Honestly, with PC, they'll be straight. They're making up for it. And aren't people getting into PC gaming nowadays? Like soon, no one's gonna be buying consoles. I feel like shit. I bought a decent laptop that I just returned, so I'm like, that laptop could run most games. I just didn't want it for what I needed it for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm thinking, if you can get into gaming that easily, like the bundles at GameStop right now for the PS5 are $700 plus type of thing. That's how much I paid for that laptop, and you don't have to pay for online. Epic gives you a free game every week. You know what I'm saying? Like, PC, if you describe PC gaming to like a console guy, they'll just switch like within the next 5 years.
Yeah, people don't realize that like however much more PC costs, you're gonna be paying that with consoles, like with their subscription services, if you want to play online. But you know, you're getting a game a month or whatever. But there's like multiple services that you can get free games from on PC and you don't have to pay anything.
Right.
You're not paying for it. You could not spend a penny after you got a PC and have a lot of good games to play. Like Epic, you have like Fortnite, you have Valorant, you have Apex, Warzone. Like there's a good amount of free shit on
Steam has hella free games. Hella free games.
Yeah, Steam has infinite free games. Not all good, but
right.
yeah.
So on the topic of video games, I read something about Germany trying to take action on loot boxes once again.
Oh yeah, I looked up an article on that, like when I was going over the list of shit. Like I just looked it up. I just looked up loot box warning Germany, and I saw that one of the things they were trying to do is make every game with loot boxes 18 plus.
Yes.
So I think that would be great.
Son, casinos are 21 plus. That's the thing. That doesn't even make sense. And I guess it's Germany. I don't know what they're doing over there. You know what I'm saying? But it's still gambling at the end of the day. They should just make it so it's not gambling. You just pay for what you want. Loot boxes never made sense to me. I don't. It's just a tool to steal money.
It really is. I mean,
like,
if you think about it, if you buy FIFA points, I always think of FIFA as like the biggest. Just sports games, the pack concept of buying in-game currency and then paying for this pack that could very well just be a fucking 79 overall, some just shitter like that you don't even use.
Yeah, and it can get addicting for some people. I feel like we should be trying to stop addictions that are bad, huh? On our neighbor. Instead of
and it's like little kids. It's little kids.
Right, it's children. That's why T. Martin got in trouble.
Oh man, the good old days. And then he made the apology video with his dog. Hey, what's up, guys? T. Martin here.
Yeah, we're not gonna say his name too many times, but we're pro loot box warning. Are you pro loot box warning on a video game? Yeah, okay.
100%, bro. Loot boxes are a fucking bane on the existence of like gaming and online shit. Like the Ultimate Team, like on FIFA, would be so much better if there's just more legitimate ways to get players. Like these are assets that they're selling, and the cost of production is $0.
Not only that, it's useless next year. They come out with another one. That's why I stopped like buying skins for COD. Son, because like I realized I was dumb. I bought some skins on Ghost a very long time ago, but
I like
I guess
I like the cosmetic thing. Like that should be the model. Cosmetics only.
So yeah, the game changing shit you would have. Yeah.
Like the way you earn the guns in Call of Duty is really good.
No, yeah, it's
like that was a great change. Like that was one of the biggest complaints I had with.
Yeah, it was a needed change. Like they were about to lose everybody. They would have kept doing what they were doing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, it was successful, but it was just not a good look. Like Call of Duty is definitely very positively viewed in the public right now. Like
Why?
Warzone. Like
I don't get that.
I mean, Warzone is really big, and I don't know, people like zombies. It's not like a lot of people play it. It has its like one of the most consistent fan bases. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I guess people just know the name. To be honest, they know it's gonna be coming out next year.
Modern Warfare still has a very big fan, but like on multiplayer, like people like that game still.
Sure, let's play it then. It's too big for you.
I do not have the space for that.
Speaking of COD.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of fucking COD.
Go ahead and wrap that one up with the video games.
Yeah. Call of Duty is a really good example of a game that really suffers from the fact that it has to release a new one every year. And the problem is not necessarily for them, but for us, like the consumer, is that people still drop the 60 on it every year. So it's just like it's a there's no reason. Like it's more beneficial to them to drop a less finished game every year and kind of just drop the shit like slowly throughout the year and just make money like a new cash cow every year rather than like what I think would be the best case scenario. And I think this could be the maximum like profit and like longevity scenario, especially for like the dev team and just everybody like as a whole. Like have your Modern Warfare game, have your Black Ops game, like the new ones, and then just like drop a remastered every year. Like I feel like there's enough players to go around, and if it's all like one ecosystem, you know what I mean?
Right.
But who knows? Maybe they'll do like a good approach would be to do like have your current Modern Warfare, current Black Ops, and then have like a couple remastered, like one. But it's hard to pick, you know. People are gonna be pissed which ones you remaster, which ones you don't, and I guess they're not gonna want to split up the community. But I really like the idea of just the 2 games, and then maybe have like fucking release a jetpack one, and then have a jetpack COD, a new modern COD, and like a past one.
Yeah. That would they would win. But I
Like
don't
they
know
would
how
make a
long
lot of
that would
money.
last. That's the thing. I don't know how long that would last. Because there's still companies popping up out of nowhere making their little games. You know what I'm saying? Making moves, getting bigger, better. Fuck. So they're gonna have to innovate. And the whole Call of Duty community, if you go on YouTube and just bounce around between content creators who are COD YouTubers, it's all just too much for a dev, I would say, because you would know what a lot of it's too much. They should just make Call of Duty very bare bones and just I like the drip content model. I actually really like that because you're able to I don't know, see what the community says before you're dropping shit. And I guess that goes into like keeping the game on the shelf longer before switching it out yearly. So, yeah, I guess I'm in the same boat with you with that. They should probably just keep MW, Cold War, maybe make another one. Have fucking Sledgehammer make another one and let the studios just work on those games for about 5 years, you know?
Yeah,
Then
how
they can
about
start
this?
competing with Battlefield again. Shit.
Put like all the Black Ops, put all the Black Ops 1 maps in like Cold War. Put all the Black Ops 2 maps on Black Ops 4. And put all the fucking Modern Warfare maps on Modern Warfare. And just you're done. Like they've made enough. They've done enough.
Well,
They've
look,
made enough maps to last for 20 years, bro. Look at Counter-Strike. You don't need that many maps. You really don't. That's what I think. Especially with Call of Duty, you don't need to add that. Like, they've made hundreds. They could drop a map that was like from an old Call of Duty, like in a DLC or some shit that you would think is a new map, probably. Like, there's so many maps. Or just like reskin maps and shit. Like,
yeah,
see,
I mean, I think reskin maps. Yeah, I was just thinking about motherfucking
I feel like Battlefield has a better release cycle than Call of Duty.
yeah, but they're trying to compete with COD, and that's why Battlefield hit what it did. Because I mean, they have to. Well, I guess not even with COD, just the first person shooter realm. It's just getting real tough to compete in. Battlefield's slipping. They gotta do something for Battlefield 6. Are you interested in Battlefield 6?
100%. It's gonna be like a modern setting. I've heard. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Either modern or World War something.
I just hope they bring back Firestorm and it's free. Because
I look up Battlefield 6 and it says suggests it's ripping off Modern Warfare. Fully destructible cities. Yeah, we'll see.
Let's see. See, I think it has to be that in order for us to like it. because that's pretty much every other Battlefield. You go on these maps and like it's just rubble, ruins. I need that. But in other news, did you have anything else to put on that Call of Duty blur?
Nah, that's it.
No. All right, let's
But
talk
apparently, actually I do. Battlefield apparently is, according to this leak, if this may or may not be true.
Okay.
But it's saying that they might just call it Battlefield, kind of like how Modern Warfare did. Modern Warfare, instead of just keep adding on the number.
Oh, they're gonna stop adding numbers?
That would be good. That would be good. See, that's what I want. That's what I want to see.
That bit wants them to stop adding the numbers.
Stop making new games. Just keep one, and then make it better and better and better.
Make it better and better and better.
You can release every fucking 5 years. That's
yeah. I think COD would be in a good space if it did that every 5 years.
It would be great. What COD would we be on? I'm not doing that, man. Oh yeah, we should get on to this next topic. This is juicy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk
so
about
many bangers. Just got so many bangers, man. So much stuff to talk about. 6ix9ine, his antics.
Yeah. See, I'm the one who want to talk about this guy, but not anymore.
Why?
He sucks. Let's see.
Dude, I started the documentary about him on Hulu for research for the podcast, and I think someone recommended it to me. Just
I'm not gonna give him a play. Yeah, gotcha.
I don't think it's him. Like, I think it's like some other guy who like asked about who like interviewed people that knew him. Yeah. And it's definitely like, I guess, making him, humanizing him.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't really get through it. It's just like he's always been like a crazy troll. Piece of shit.
Is.
Not piece of shit, yeah.
And like that's the thing I want to talk about, kind of like I was reading something and he why does he beefing with these rappers? Like he'll show off his cars in like a warehouse and be like, what'd you say?
It just seems so fake, but
it seems fake, but that's like the thing.
It's fabricated, but he made it real, like when he put a hit on like whoever, Chief Keef.
Yeah, well, one of them was like, "I'll slap your daughter in the street." It's like your family's getting involved. It's like when does it stop? 6ix9ine.
Yeah, this is not about the music anymore.
Yeah, it's not about the music because the music sucks. We know that because we ain't buy it. We didn't buy the last project.
He even said it.
Right.
It's trash.
So it's like, what are you doing? You about to just keep memeing niggas until they kill you? That's not fun. That's not funny.
It's not long longevity. He does not have longevity in mind.
Right. So yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to say here we should all just drop 6ix9ine.
Oh yeah, I did after, like when he got out, and Gooba came out. I was like, all right, this is okay. Like I used to be a fan of some of his stuff, and
sounded like everything else. Yeah,
and also, I think all the people who were like calling him a snitch are idiots because they would have done the same thing. Most of the people calling him that, I'm just gonna say.
Like, I thought he had the flicky though.
Like who would have taken the 60 years out of all the people calling him a snitch, especially with the circumstances like that he's explained.
I mean, I don't know.
Exactly.
The situation. He keeps saying he didn't know the people. You hanging with him, son. Like
it was interesting. Like there were like two different like sides of like that like kind of group, and it started with this one group, and then he like kind of started hanging out with like the evil guys like Shoddy or whatever, and started just like he's just started doing gang shit for no reason. Like,
well, yeah, he started fucking with gangsters, and he wasn't a gangster.
So like when he did Gummo, he wasn't a blood. He went and literally bought a bunch of bandanas from the store and like hit up his like people, and like they were more of like into promotion and like kind of like making money like in New York, and like they shot the music video, and then after that like he just like got into it for real for no reason. Like it was all a facade until he was like, you know what, let's do some gang shit for no reason. Well, I have a hit song. And I'm gonna do fucking petty robbery and shit. Like, what is that? Like, that's just so dumb, bro. I can't.
Yeah, no.
Like knowing that, it's just like you're just like He's a phony in a lot of ways.
He's fake. I mean,
and he's playing with people like who I don't want to like. I'm not like accusing,
no,
but
don't do
like
that. But they're serious. They probably don't want to be memed
they're
on,
serious.
made a joke of. Like
They
real people.
The gang stuff for them is like that's like it's like a brotherhood for them, and like it's very real to them, and that's just how they grew up, and that's where they're from, and that's like a lot of them were involved in it and aren't as much now because they're popping. You know what I mean? Like, and the guys that are involved sometimes die. Like we saw that with King Von.
Right.
I don't know how involved he was, but like it's just like it's really fucked. So to not even be in the gang growing up, and then to like do it fake it for a video, and then to actually join it, and then like poking at these like people who have like lost family members, because like if you're in a gang with someone, like that's like your family, and people who have like lost family members, and he's like just joking about it, and he's never like he's not even about it. Like, you're not about it. You pretended to be about it, and you did some dumb shit, and then when they talked to you in the court, you talked about how it was a facade, and now you're trying to talk shit again. It's so it's insane. It's all for clout, so I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, he's an entertainer. It's just like the little pump shit. That's why you gotta hop off that shit. You know,
I don't fuck with it.
I like Gummo, but that's where it stops. Everything else starts down the same way.
Yeah,
I'm just a hater at that point.
Enough.
Gummo's good. All right, fuck 6ix9ine. You heard it.
No, wait. There's the Meek Mill shit. He filmed Meek Mill.
Right.
He's like, "You got security." I like you're just saying some nonsense, bro. What are you talking about?
He did film.
He does not speak correctly, bro. He's like it's not even like the way. It's just like the words he says don't make any sense.
No, yeah, he's not educated. He's like he's silly. He's a silly boy.
He's a dummy boy. Isn't that the name of one of his albums?
Sure. Maybe because
I like this. Speaking of controversial people, Alex Jones made an appearance on one of our favorite podcasts. And don't worry, we're not like neo-Nazis. They had
neo-Nazis. What that mean? Whoa. What the hell?
The kind of people that would have on Alex Jones to talk about strictly like political stuff, I would stray away from. But Andrew had him on. Andrew Schultz on the Flagrant 2 podcast. Who's the other guy's name?
Top 3 comedian right now.
Who's the other guy's name?
Akash Singh. It's on the Flagrant podcast.
Yeah, Flagrant 2.
Go check
Alex
them out.
Jones.
It's funny. Yeah.
I watched 30 minutes of it. Quite possibly one of the funniest 30 minutes of any podcast.
They let him loose. They let Alex just.
They let him loose, and and it really led me to question like Alex Jones seems like more of a comedian and like entertainer, like a performer. You know what I mean? I don't really think he believes hard a lot of the shit he says.
Yeah, like if I don't know, because he always like I was in the room with the FBI agents and shit. It's like, how did you get in the room with these? Like, I had the card where I could like buy stuff anywhere in the world. It's like, who is Alex Jones? Like, are you powerful? Like, you know, and like I don't know.
I think his parents were in like the intelligence community, or his dad.
It seems like he's just a talker. He talks and like I don't mind that.
He goes on.
He's not acting, you know, fucking hurting people.
So in the past, he's definitely done some things where he definitely like directed his fan base to harass like the parents of the Sandy Hook shooting.
I don't know.
No, that definitely happened. He was saying like they were crisis actors and it was all fake, and like they got harassed by his fans. It's just like it's the truth. Like there were some death threats. No,
because I feel like he like clear that up somewhere.
He just apologized.
So he told them to.
He said, "I never directly told anybody to do anything to those families." Like,
well, what would the motive be? What is his motive? Because shouldn't that be somewhere?
His motive was exposing the fact that the parents of the Sandy Hook shooting, like the Sandy Hook shooting where like 27 like kindergartners died.
Okay.
So the parents were being interviewed, and he was like, "These are crisis actors," blah, blah, blah. Like, and he like linked to like fake websites where like they were. It was just.
Yeah, I mean,
Obviously
it seems
false.
like it was a lot, but I don't know.
I'm just.
Okay, that seems interesting.
I mean, it's kind of a big thing that happened. It was a big deal. It was kind of like the thing that
comes from.
It's what led to him being largely deplatformed on like every mainstream social media platform.
Right.
So it was like a pretty big thing. So I mean, like, but I think he's got some issues maybe mentally. But you know, he's at the end of the day, he's fucking hilarious, and that's the most important thing. We shouldn't listen to his crazy shit. I would never watch InfoWars, his like news show. But
why not, son? Why do you care if he's right or wrong? You know?
I mean, I watch compilations of him saying funny shit, but I never watch like. I guess I mean, it's obvious. No one. I would never watch it seriously.
He just seems passionate, and I mean, I'm into that.
He's funny.
He just seems hilarious. Like he's always yelling.
His voice is something else.
His voice is funny. Yeah, I mean, he's entertaining, and I would never listen to anything this nigga told me to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to stress that.
Right.
But
yeah, no, he's all right, and I think that's why like Andrew Schultz put him on the show.
He put him on. He knew it's a great thing.
I don't care.
He wasn't trying to stress he wasn't trying to like debate him or like Joe Rogan was really kind of like quite like going into everything. He's like, oh, slow down there. What do you mean when you say this?
Right.
Andrew was like letting it fucking rip. That was
no. Andrew said he was like, we don't have what's his name.
We don't fact check.
Yeah,
we don't have Jamie. Jamie's not pulling nothing up. Jamie's not pulling shit up this time.
Good stuff. Speaking of Andrew Schultz, who's your favorite comedian? Ooh, top three.
Top three.
Top three. Look at that.
I like Dave Chappelle. I like Tom Segura. And then it's between like Bill Burr and Andrew Schultz, and because I think Andrew Schultz is one of the most talented. He's just kind of like like I don't think has he done like a 1 hour like Netflix type special thing.
Well, that's kind of what he just released, son.
Yeah,
they turned him down like a couple of years ago, and so he like came back and he was like, oh, "Fuck it, I'm not even gonna do a stand up. I'm gonna do a sit down." And then he like tried to change.
I want to see him in front of a crowd and like an hour long stand up special, and I know it's like splitting hairs, but like I don't know. I want to see that.
I don't know if he's gonna give it to us. Because that's
why
he has his YouTube. Well, son,
like when
is because he said that the hour-long thing was not working.
And
that's why he started doing like short like clips and going on Instagram for reels and shit.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was like, "Oh yeah, Comedy Central started doing it too." Now you go to Comedy Central YouTube, they doing exactly what he's doing.
I respect that.
Yeah, he's an innovator. I just don't know if he's gonna give us an hour. We have the 35-minute crowd work.
That was sensational. That was sensational.
That one's good. That was good.
Yeah, I love Tom Segura and Dave Chappelle.
Dave. Yeah, Dave
and Bill Burr.
Yeah, they're in mine. And then Andrew.
Yeah,
Dave is probably gonna always be somewhere near it.
It's just they're so great because those three, because they're just so like they're just like exactly what a fucking like comedian was meant to be. Just someone who gives no fucks and just says it how they feel it or whatever the fuck. I love how unforgiving they are.
They're not afraid.
They're not afraid, and they're not like pieces of shit, you know.
Right. Yeah.
They're not actually trash. Like they might like make some jokes, like, but that's the point. That's literally the point. Like people like whenever it's like, oh, have you heard what this guy said? And it's like from his stand-up special. Though it's like, okay, I'm not. Yeah. I don't. That's not real. Like that's
he rapes, but he saves. Shouts out Dave. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. Nah. I mean, I love stand-up comedy.
Yeah, It's
One of
great.
my
I mean,
favorite downtimes.
kind of like horror movies where there's a lot of bad ones. Not bad ones. There's just a
Ooh,
lot of
what you
mediocre
mean?
ones. There's a lot of
Okay.
mediocre stand up in the wild, on Netflix. And
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that, man. People laugh at different things,
that's true. That's true. In my opinion, there's not that much elite stand up, but that's what makes it elite.
Right. To the moon.
So the
To the moon. Scroll it.
Dogecoin.
You
Talking
heard
about
about
Dogecoin, sir.
Mark Cuban? What
What
he's
about
doing
him?
with the Mavericks merch? He was selling Mavericks merch, but he was accepting Dogecoin as payments. He has what 20,000 in transactions already.
Yeah, that's actually genius.
he's making it popular, and I love that. I really
Thank you, Mark.
love that.
He's lining my pockets.
What if Elon allows us? What if he allows us to use Dogecoin to buy Teslas? Bruh, I might have start stacking up.
Oh, I want to recommend
Oh,
this ETF. So an ETF is kind of like a thing where it's just like it kind of tracks or like I don't know how to explain it. I'm so dumb. There's the S&P 500. It's kind of like a broader, like it goes with the market kind of.
okay.
So like it's always like each year it's always going up like pretty slowly. So it's like one of those. So it's not one company, it's not one thing. It's like a very like broad, like diverse investment, like a bunch of different things. So it kind of goes with the market as a whole.
Right.
So the Barstool shit, like Dave Portnoy, he
Mhm.
was like I think they're partnering with it. It's called Buzz ETF. So I think I'd recommend that because the Barstool shit's been gold recently. Like everything they've touched has been exploding. So
Nice. Well, look at that. Look at that. Either listen or not. You know what I'm saying? But there you
yeah,
have it. Got them the little tip.
dude, GameStop is going crazy
GameStop is going crazy
because
again.
I invested like near the peak and I'm about to be even. I'm $20 under.
Ooh, you gonna take it out? Fuck that risk.
Nah, I'm gonna just hold
Ooh.
till. I mean, if it goes back to what I bought it for, I'll definitely sell.
Right.
AMC too. I mean, AMC's. I didn't buy that much. Yeah, stonks, boring. Money.
Right.
Ethereum. Get some Ethereum.
Yeah. Some Ethereum. I have a little bit of that. My portfolio is all right. It's one of those portfolios where like I could miss not looking at it for a week, and be okay.
What was that?
I have one of those portfolios where I could like not look at it for a week and be all right.
Oh yeah, same.
Nothing too major.
When I first started, like with all the Dogecoin and stuff, like
Right.
it was not a diversified portfolio. We'll just say that.
Yes, diversify that portfolio.
Really turns you on when you diversify your portfolio.
I'm saying. All right. So.
Oh, NFTs.
What about them?
Do you even know what those are, bro? It sounds like electronic trading cards, but it could be a
That's
variety
how
of
it's been
things.
described.
Gotcha.
I'm not. I mean, I'm trying to get into Forex, son. That's where all the money is.
Are you joking? Are you kidding?
No. Cause like someone was I was learning about it, I don't know, a little bit ago. Or I guess I was being introduced to it and there was just some stats being thrown out there and one of them was like the stock market moves $22 billion, a day. And the Forex market moves what 9+ trillion. And they were like, this is where all the money is. And then I started learning like different trading methods in that market. It just seems more beneficial to learn that one than the stock market.
Oh,
Since it's foreign exchange and like everyone's money, not just American.
very true. I might need to do that.
Yeah, I want to learn that shit because like there's a like apparently NFTs. It's like one of those newer things. It's like, it looks like one of those fun games you're gonna play once you have money.
But you can start small.
Oh, I bet
Like,
you can.
I've been kind of like adding, like little by little to my like thing. So it's just like it's like a decent amount of money now, like compared to like, and like plus, and if you just have like a little bit of gain here and there, it adds a lot. And I was able to get some profit, like take some profit out, and then reinvest some of it. All right. Hopefully that's the last of the technical difficulties.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, huh?
Yeah, we were on NFTs, I think.
Alrighty.
Speaking of NFTs, Logan Paul, I think, has been like making a big ruckus about NFTs, and like I was like, just kind of been interested in him recently because like the Pokemon stuff. Like I think he was like the first person to like do that Pokemon opening, like first like really huge person, I guess. Like there's obviously been a community for it, but and then like he made an NFT like where it's like a Pokemon card with him on it, and his
He made
podcast.
it?
Yeah, that's how like you can just make an NFT, bro. It's just like art or some shit.
Right.
But he his podcast is actually pretty good. Like I think they've made a bunch of episodes, so they're like you know, got a few years of experience. It's pretty good. They got some good guests too. They had fucking 6ix9ine on there. Pretty funny. They really they asked him all the questions you want to ask.
I don't want to ask him anything.
Oh, that's funny.
I just want him to be safe out there, man. Just stop.
He's not going to be safe.
He has enough money. He can live comfortably. He can live comfortably. Does he know that? Is he aware of that? This nigga's out here starving.
Well, I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this before we wrap up. I think we're near an hour.
Oh.
Maybe. Are we? No, we got some time. We got like 5-10 minutes or something.
Fuck it. Let's talk about it.
So, a new Game of Thrones series is coming out, but it's based on things that are already all written in a book, because it's about like the Targaryen family, like in the history. It's called House of the Dragon, I think is what the show's called, and based on a recent casting they made, and they were like, oh, they cast this guy to play this character. We know what like time period it is. So it's gonna be from like when there was a bunch of dragons and like the Targaryen family was like fighting. And it's kind of like how the Targaryen family fell apart, sort of. So we're gonna see that, and I'm honestly, I'm very hype.
Are you sure? What about? I thought you hated season 8.
Yeah, but I think the problem with that was there was no for season 6 or 6, 7, and 8. They weren't going off book material anymore, and they just started speeding through everything.
So are you saying something has to be written in a book for you to like it if it's in a video form?
So in that particular circumstance, the writers and the author had different visions. So the writers were like wanting to do other shit, and George R. R. Martin was like, we could do 12 seasons. But they were not interested, so they were like, well, no, we'll wrap it up in one. In a shortened season, by the way.
Yeah.
And it was just this very disappointing. I don't think like the ending was that bad. I just think like it just kind of like it went from like a 10 out of 10 show to like a 7. So it's very noticeable.
You took 3 points from it just not for one season, Ricky.
No. Like the quality of the show for seasons 1 through 5 was like a 10 or 9, and then 6 was like a 8 maybe, and 7 and 8 were like 6 or 7. So it's just those individual seasons were bad. Not bad, just like compared to Game of Thrones weren't great. It's like probably a good show, worthwhile to watch, but like not up to the standards of what we'd seen. But this show, since it's already based on something that's already done, you know what I mean? It's all like all the material you need is there, and I could see, and I think the author is going to be involved. So I think it'll be great. I'm pretty excited. Like the Game of Thrones world is one of the most like impressive things. Can't believe a man came up with all that. Like it's crazy.
That's the thing, son. He came up with that. Like if a nigga steer off of that, who cares? Like he should be the only nigga caring about.
They didn't even steer off of it. They just
what do you mean?
Basically, it's like they got the outline and they just hit all the bullet points, and then they left out all of the like the good stuff that made it like
the conversations in the bedroom that you wanted to see. Yeah, exactly. Like, what good stuff? So we saw battles.
Some reasons, like
stuff.
Why, like just some like shit happening to characters that makes them act certain ways, like character development. It's kind of a big
Jon
deal.
Snow being surrounded by whites and getting away.
That plot armor, randomly introducing that at the end.
I think that's the only problem with season 8, like the shit like that, the plot armor that needs.
And
to
it's
be
like
explained.
they wouldn't even need plot armor. It happened in season 6 too, like the Battle of the Bastards. Like they wouldn't even need plot armor if like they didn't write him into that situation. The plot armor shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to have plot armor, but it shouldn't fucking.
It's not all right. If they gotta go, they gotta go.
I mean, certain people are gonna have plot armor. That's
nope. I like it when the main character dies, or like when they flip it on its head. Like I think that's how Attack on Titan's about to end. I haven't read it or anything, but I feel like the main character what up?
Isn't there one episode left?
No, there's like a couple. But I'm not spoiling anything. It's just if you've looked at this, you're on season 3. Is it looking good for them? Are things looking up ever? When I watched this,
the recent event that happened, things are looking up actually.
Right. With the
spoiler alert.
I was actually there, so I know what you're talking about.
There's a new ruler. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like the political aspect.
Yeah.
Of Attack on Titan, how that's written. Have you seen Legend of Korra? You've seen Legend of Korra, huh? Because that's kind of how that is. Like that's a really good cartoon that I think
I've seen. I think I saw the first season, but it was like on DVD. Is it on Netflix now?
Yep.
All right, I need to watch that. I'm gonna watch that.
You do.
I started it and it was great, and I just need to continue.
Yeah,
like the antagonist is really dope. Bad guys, awesome.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those shows where it's like you got like there's like several big like antagonists. Like she actually like saves the world like halfway through the fucking show, but then it just keeps going. And I love when they do that because like you have to write pretty well in order to keep someone interested after solving the initial problem. If you can do that, you deserve it. You deserve some cookies and shit. It's not raining no more. Let's give it up for the clouds outside, slacking up on a nigga. Jesus Christ! I thought they were gonna drown us over here.
So it's not. At least it's not snowing.
Right? No, I saw grass for the first time in like months yesterday.
For those who don't know, Caleb lives in a very northern state. So
I'm in the north.
Yeah. Speaking of the fucking Game of
Thrones. I'm at the wall. Woo! All right, a high-speed train. What y'all know about that? Because I was talking about trains today. Ashton didn't know what a streetcar was. I was like, it's kind of like a train in the street.
That's crazy.
And yeah, he was like, what are you
That's
talking
cool
about?
though. It's cool to explain it to somebody. But like, he probably knows what a trolley is.
Yeah,
That's an easy explainer.
Right. What is a speed train?
Like a magnetic train. type
What is
thing.
that?
They go like 200 miles per hour. They're in Japan and like other places, I think. Or just general like better public transportation would be fire.
How about this, Ricky? I
The
see your
US
question there. I see your question there. Why doesn't the U.S. have those? That's my counter question before we even get into your question.
Yeah, why? That's what I want to know.
Because, well, like there has to be a reason, right? Because I'm sure like there's like innovative or wealthy, powerful people who have been to like Tokyo, wherever they do that at, you know? And they're like, oh, this train is amazing. I gotta bring this to
why should they
Los
decide
Angeles.
though? If you ask like the majority of like a lot of people who live in big cities,
well, what I'm saying is you can make money off of
beneficial.
it, and like there has to be a reason as to why those aren't here. Because I'm sure like someone wants to make money off of that, like, and it's possible. It'll be one of those easier things to do. They got Elon Musk drilling holes in large cities. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But a speed train, I don't want to go on none too fast. I do planes because it's super easy and I can't teleport yet. But I don't want to. And trains are gross. I don't know. I'm not trying to go into public transportation. I don't like public transportation. I think that's
that's a problem. It shouldn't be that way.
Oh, it should be that way. I want my car where I can play my own music how loud I want, and I could drive. Okay,
well that's you, but not everyone. Not everyone. Has a car.
There's buses and trains already, nigga. Well, like, adding another train won't help it.
There's some more streamlined. I saw something about how in Chicago, like, the way like the city is structured doesn't like. It's like very logistic. It's like a logistical nightmare, like the public transportation thing, and people rely on it a lot in there.
Well, yeah,
I feel like New York has a fuck ton of people that rely on that. Washington D.C. has a fuck ton of people.
But well, what I'm saying is there's already there we are like yours say a speed train. You need a faster train for what?
Maybe like long distance, like cheaper.
So you want to go from Minnesota to Louisiana?
Maybe not even that. Like Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Like that's an example. So like a little like make like a 1 hour trip like a 20-minute, 30-minute.
They have Greyhound buses you could probably do.
But that's
what?
It's like there's one every hour or some shit.
Oh, so it's for people who don't plan. Okay, so you got to say that because I'm a person who plans
people who
weeks
commute,
in advance.
People who want to commute.
And there's gonna be a thing for that. You got a card that you bring with you. Slide it on that motherfucker. You know what time to be there to get where you need to go. I feel like you want more rides. You want like a Ferris wheel in your backyard.
Monkey brain. Episode 2. We really really appreciate y'all. We got a decent bit of views on the first, like 20 views already, man. That really warms my heart. It's good to see people listening to us on our bullshit. It's all nonsense. You're wasting your time. If you made it here, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Come on. It's too long.
Probably nothing since you're listening to a podcast. Probably
or driving. Maybe driving. Yeah. Think about how you wish you were on a speed train.
Ooh.
What about that?
Y'all need that speed train? Shit, they trying to teleport to work. Appear there. We spawned here.
Monkey Brain, episode 2.
Skirt.